Supreme Week 17 will be dropping June 25th. Like this video and subscribe for more resale predictions and drop lists. The Supreme Ziploc bags will be retailing for $6 and reselling for around $15. On these, try to go for more than one box because each box is going to be $30. And if you can get more, there's going to be more profit. You can sell them bulk to people. I think people want like a bunch of these if they're going to get these, and then they can maybe just sell them one by one. But don't go for these in a single cart. If anything, try and get these with either the tote bag or the skeleton keychain. It might be kind of hard to get with the tote bag, but if you can get these like 4 or 5 packs, if they allow you to get multiples with the keychain, I think you can easily get some good resell on it just selling bulk. And they're going to be kind of hard to sell singularly, but I think you can basically sell one of them for $1. There'll always be one person that's like, oh, it's a Supreme Ziploc bag. Maybe that's kind of cool. And you can probably get $1 for each, but I would try and sell them in bulk just to people for like $60 for 4. Alright, next up we got the Supreme Raffia Tote. These are going to retail for $98 and resell for around $140. I think this is actually probably the best item of the week. Just because it's a tote bag, it's the more expensive retailed item. It's very liked by everyone, and compared to the Ziploc bags, which are more liked, this is a lot more expensive of an item, so the margins are a lot easier to make, I guess. Because a $6 thing with shipping, it just kind of ruins the margins. But on this one, I think this one will be an actual amazing item to get, just because I feel like a lot of Supreme hypebeasts might want to pimp out their girlfriend with the tote bag or something like that, or just women buying tote bags. I feel like this is an item that could be worth $200 in a couple of years. So I would say if you're going to go for anything this week, this is the item to go for. Maybe try and get this item and a skeleton keychain or some Ziploc bags. But I would say this is definitely the premier item of the week. Next up, we got the Supreme Skeleton Keychain. These are going to retail for $24 and resell for around $45, maybe $50. But I would say these are a really cool item to have, and I feel like Supreme keychains are one of the, it's one of the more token items. So I'd say if you can get these with the Ziplocs, maybe get 4 Ziplocs and one of these. I would definitely say that's an amazing cart. Maybe either take this and get it with the hat, the Boonie I think it is, and you'll easily make money on these. You just have to get it with another item, because with the 24 retail, it's not going to resell for that much more. And especially if you sell on StockX, which takes a $7 cut if it's under $70, I think. That's just insane. And maybe if you sell on Goat, I don't really know how Goat does it on the Supreme items that are that cheap, but you definitely won't make that much money if you single cart it. Next up, we got the Supreme Stretch Sunglasses. These are going to retail for $138, resell for $155. I think these ones are probably the best sunglasses. I don't really like any of the sunglasses that they're dropping this week, but this one's the cheapest. It doesn't have the greatest branding, but does that really matter? Because there's nothing on the front on any of them. It's all just on the side of the glasses, so you're not really going to see it either way. But I would say these are probably the best looking from the front. I don't think any of them are good looking. Maybe I would say I'd wear the black ones, but I just don't really like sunglasses, so it's kind of not my opinion to form. And I don't think these will do very good on the resale market. Maybe they'll do a little bit better than I thought, but I don't really know how to really predict sunglasses at all. Alright, next up we got the Supreme Flags Boonie. This is going to retail for $60 and resell for around $100. Boonies have absolutely been killing it recently. Supreme's been killing it with the hats. And I think this is one of the better hats of the season, really. And I just think that this will do pretty good on the resale market. So I think 100 is pretty conservative. It could do a little bit more, 110. But I would say this wouldn't be the worst item to single cart. But I would try and get it with a skeleton keychain or some Ziploc bags, because that would be the best cart you could really get. The hat's nice, the retail price is pretty good, so it's just a good item to resell. Next up, we got the Supreme Royce sunglasses. These are going to retail for $178, resell for around $200. I think these are probably the best glasses in the whole thing for branding, at least. I don't really like how they look, but does that really matter? people really just care about Supreme because of the branding. And I don't think these are going to do that good resale-wise just because the retail price is so high. And these glasses are ugly. Like, the first ones are definitely the best ones, at least for design-wise. And these ones are a little bit worse, but they're not worth it to pay $178 for. Last up, we got the Supreme Miller sunglasses. These are going to retail for $198, resell for maybe $220. These are probably the worst looking. I just don't understand why anyone would wear these. I mean, there's alright branding, but it's like, what's the point of wearing these? I think they'll probably not do that well for resale. So don't go for these to resell. Just go for them for a personal. Next up, we got the Supreme Nylon Water Short. These are going to retail for $110 and resell for probably around $130. I think the one on the right might do the best. I don't really know. That's the only like unique design out of all of them. And I feel like the water shorts always do pretty well. I mean, you might not be able to sell them for that much, but you can definitely make a little bit of profit if you sell locally. So and some of them will always do like $150. So if you just have to find the best pair out of all of them, you can definitely make some money. Next up, we got the Supreme Terry Short. These are going to retail for $98. Resell for maybe $110. I mean, these seem like a pretty comfortable short, but I just feel like there's not much branding, and it's like not an interesting design at all. So I feel like these are going to be probably one of the worst items of this week. I mean, it's probably going to flip for like $10 to $20 more, but you're not going to really be able to make any profit on these. Next up, we got the Supreme Dazzle Mesh Short Sleeve Top. These are going to retail for $78, resell for maybe $80. I just feel like this is some of the worst things Supreme could put into a top. It's a mesh top, it's a dazzle top, and it's just not good looking at all. I think this could brick under retail, but I just feel like since it's more liked on Supreme community, it could actually do alright. But I don't know. I'm just not feeling this top at all. Next up, we got the Supreme Plaid top. This is going to retail for $88 and resell for $100. I don't think this is as bad as some of the other items this week, just because I feel like it doesn't look that bad, especially the black one looks a little bit better, but it's not the greatest item, but I feel like the branding is a little bit like cleaner, and I just feel like it's not the ugliest item of the week. Next up, we got the Supreme Leigh Bowery t-shirt. These can retail for $48 and resell for maybe $45. I think these are likely to brick, like below retail, just because the Ramsey ones bricked below retail at the beginning, and I just expect the same thing to happen on this one. So if you want these, don't go for them day one because they'll likely brick, and then you can cop them for under retail on like GOAT, and then maybe flip them, because I feel like these are going to go pretty low. They might go $40 under. They might be $40 resell, and then you can cop them there and maybe resell them for $60, $70 after the year's over, because I don't think this is the worst t-shirt they can make, but it's not the greatest either. Next up, we got the Supreme Reflective Patch 6-panel. These are going to retail for $48 and resell for around $55. I think this is a really not good looking one at all. Not good looking hat. And I just feel like, I don't know why anyone would want this. It's an ugly hat, and it's just not a really good Supreme design at all. It's pretty lazy, and they're really ruining all the hat hype from Supreme. RIP. Next up, we got the Supreme Nameplate Camp Cap. These are going to retail for $54 and resell for $55. This is probably the worst camp cap they've dropped this whole season. It's just so bad. It's not going to resell. I don't think anyone wants this. It might brick under retail, so if you do want this, maybe try and buy it off GOAT or StockX. Next up, we got the Supreme Terry Short Sleeve Zip Up. I actually don't hate this at all. It's going to retail for $110, maybe resell for $125. I like this, so maybe I'm just kind of biased about it. But I feel like it's not the worst worst top they've ever made. And I feel like if it wasn't a zip up, it'd probably do pretty good on the market, just because it's like kind of nice looking. It just has a Supreme Arc logo, and it's like pretty nicely color blocked, and they got the Supreme on the collar. So I feel like it's just a really nice tee overall, or top overall, and I feel like it could do actually pretty good. It's a sleeper item, and I feel like a lot of golf people might want it to wear like when they're playing golf or something. Alright, next up we got the Supreme Leigh Bowery hooded sweatshirt. These are going to retail for $158 and resell for around $160. I think these could also break under retail, and then they might do later down the future. They might do good later down the future. But I just feel like this is one of those tees that is just so outrageous that I feel like some Supreme fans might like it, and it might just gain like a cult following of just super weird Supreme designs that like actually are going to resell. But I feel like these are probably going to brick under retail, maybe sell for like $140, $150 at the beginning, and then they'll start spiking up later. I don't know if you could really make any money on these, but I think they'll probably sell for around $180 in like December. Next up, we got the Supreme Leigh Bowery Airbrushed hooded sweatshirt. These are going to retail for $158 and resell for $150 or lower. This is so ugly. And why would you get an airbrush? The retail might be higher just because airbrushed. I just feel like this is just one of the worst items that they're dropping this week, and I feel like it's such a loud piece that I just don't understand who would actually wear this, because there's no Supreme branding. It's not a good design. It's super loud. It's just all things that stop me from buying Supreme stuff. Alright, next up we got the Supreme Leigh Bowery Airbrush shirt. This is going to retail for $158 and resell for around $140. This is just, it's just as bad as the last one. It's an airbrushed shirt instead of a sweatshirt, so it's so bad. And it's not as loud as the last one just because the design's on the back, but I just feel like it's a bad design. It's a shirt, and if it's retailing for $158, it's not going to sell for that at all. So don't go for this to resell. Don't even go for this for a personal, because it's super ugly, and I don't know. It's not something I would wear at all. Alright, if you want to join a really good Discord for free, there's a link in the description to my Discord. In my Discord, we got monitors, we got slots, we basically got everything, and I think it's just a really good community to join, and especially because it's free. Like with anything that's free, you can just get it, or you could leave. So with something that's free and provides actual value, you kind of have to join it. So also, you can leave whenever you want. So if you don't like it, you don't like the notifications anymore, you can just leave. But since it's something that's free, it's not like you wasted anything on it. So join the group. There's a link in the description. There's a lot of information in there. We got basically everything in there. Anything you could want sneaker-wise, it's in there. And we got monitors. We got everything you'd want. If you're a sneaker reseller, if you're just any kind of reseller, we got monitors, we got slots, we got a marketplace, we got tickets, we got everything. Anything you can want, we got it.